snow and blustery conditions. We're seeing winter at about its worst for central Louisiana. This is some video from earlier today outside our station on England Drive when the snow started falling. And it's gained momentum as the day went on. Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. It is extremely rare to see snow here at all, but it is happening for a second time this season. Of course, the weather is our top story tonight. We begin with meteorologist Ross Whitley with the latest on what we can expect next.
Yeah, a cold, snowy day today, and it's rare that you get to say something like that here in Louisiana. But we did get up to 46 degrees today. Of course, that happened around midnight last night before the cold front came through and our temperatures crashed. We've been hanging out in the 20s for most of the day. Our current temperature is down in the 20s, and the snow out there is really starting to wind down. Not expecting to see much more in the way of snowflakes falling, but anywhere from a quarter to a half an inch. Some places picking upwards for around 3/4 of an inch of snow has fallen. It's been enough to cause some trouble out there. Plenty of school cancellations as well. We should be around 58 and 39, and of course our record 18 for last night. We're going to be very close, if not just absolutely shattering records for tomorrow night. I think we'll be on the shattering type of category. A warm-up is on the way. You're just going to have to wait for it for a couple of days. Of course, I'll be talking about that and the snow coming up in just a few minutes.
It is recommended that no one travel unless absolutely necessary until the snow clears. We have team coverage tonight with ABC31's Shar Thomas and Joanna Phillips. We begin with Joanna, who's telling us what we need to know from the safety of her own home.
So this is basically what I'm seeing right now. The snow has slowed down a little bit. It's not nearly coming down as hard as it was earlier, but you can see that it is sticking to the grass and it is sticking to plants and trees and such, but it has slowed down some. The Louisiana State Police does advise that everyone stay off of the roads today. All of this is supposed to stop here in about a few hours or so, but the hard freeze is going to continue and there's going to be a little bit more ice on the ground. So everyone out there, just stay safe. This is the second snow that we've had this winter here in Alexandria, which is a little surprising, and it's probably the coldest winter we've ever had, or that we've had in a really long time. But this is basically what I am seeing right now. Really pretty out here actually, but the temperature is going to continue to drop. It's below freezing right now and it's going to continue that way. The hard freeze later this afternoon or later this evening is going to bring some more ice into the area and it's going to continue to accumulate. So stay off the roads, check your pipes, check your pets, make sure you bring them inside if possible. Check on your elderly neighbors or relatives if you can to make sure that they're okay. And everyone just stay warm, stay safe, and stay off the roads.
I have Louisiana State Trooper Scott Morrow here to give us an update on road conditions.
We have one roadway that's closed, LA Highway 8 at the Boyce Bridge due to weather conditions. Probably more than likely we're going to see more roads close, or at least road conditions start to deteriorate as the evening comes upon us and into the night, because conditions as far as temperature wise is just going to keep decreasing, and we still have some more precip coming in. If you're traveling north, Shreveport and both Monroe have some traffic issues. Like, for example, I-49 from Shreveport all the way to the Arkansas line is currently closed. I-220 is closed. There's several streets around the city limits of Monroe that are closed. I just spoke to the public information officer up there in Monroe, and they had like 5 or 6 cars run off the interstate right there together. You know, so that just gives you an idea of what exactly is going on out there. It's not going to get above freezing, and so what we're going to see tonight is maybe some black ice.
With temperatures being as low as 29 degrees and snow sticking to the ground, authorities are saying stay inside.
And Louisiana State Troopers are advising drivers to call 511 to check on road conditions and closures before you leave home. Some schools, of course, will not be reopening tomorrow. As of 4 this afternoon, that includes Rapides Parish schools. Grand Parish earlier today canceled their schools for tomorrow, and LaSalle will also have a snow day. So make sure to check out our website and your school district's website for the latest on those plans. Tax proposals to pay for fire service in the LeCount area are approved this morning despite a shutdown of the courthouse by noon. The issue is how to pay for fire service there. Fire district for the area, plus the police jury, were under a deadline to add the proposed taxes to the ballots in April. Next, the proposals go to the State Bond Commission. The proposals passed 4-2 with 3 jurors absent. State police make an arrest in the November crash that killed 21-year-old Hunter Thomasy of Montgomery. Troopers arrested 28-year-old Christopher George Welch of Montgomery for hit and run, careless operation, and driving under suspension. Investigators say Thomasy fell from the bed of a pickup on Highway 34 in Wynn Parish. Central Louisiana residents are appointed to boards and commissions by Governor John Bel Edwards. Mike Carpenter of Calvin will serve on the Sparta Groundwater Conservation District. Richard Mike McCormick of Manny will continue to serve on the Sabine River Authority. And Mary Danielle Blanchard of Cottonport is appointed to the State Polygraph Boards. Well, freezes may have killed some of your favorite plants, but unfortunately, weeds in the lawns don't go away as easily. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill describes the proper herbicides to use to tackle those pesky weeds during the winter.
You know, despite the recent really cold weather we've had here in the state, weeds do not take the winter off in Louisiana. Our relatively mild winters allow cool season weeds to grow in our lawns and even in our flower beds through the cool season. If you're thinking you might have to wait until spring to do something, that's simply not true. The time to deal with weeds is when you see you have a problem. So if you've got weeds currently growing in your lawn that you feel need to be controlled, there are things you can do. Now, do not buy the pre-emergent weed controls, these weed preventers. The weeds are already up and growing, and these aren't really going to do all that much good. What you want to use are the post-emergent herbicides, and you see those here like this weed-free zone, atrazine, and 2,4-D. These are designed to kill growing weeds in the lawn. Now, these products work very well. Make 1 or 2 applications following label directions and choose a mild spell. The temperature should be about 60 degrees or above when you apply these materials. LSU Ag Center trials generally indicate that atrazine gives very good control of most of the cool season weeds. So you have dollarweed growing your lawn, for instance. Atrazine is one of the best products for that. White clover is also readily controlled by the atrazine. When you buy these, make sure you read the label directions carefully and thoroughly before you purchase them. Make sure the product is suitable for use on the kind of grass you've got. Make sure that you're comfortable with using it. And make sure that it will control the kind of weeds that you have growing in your yard. So again, if you've got some cool season weeds, do that now. Don't use weed and feeds, y'all. It's way too early to fertilize our lawns, so avoid those, but these products can be applied now. For Get It Growing, I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish's LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website. That's at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button. Well, the city of Alexandria wants the 2018 Mardi Gras Cruise Parade to be as family-oriented as possible. There's an area along the parade route dedicated to just that, called the Free Zone.
It's designed to give an area for the people that didn't want to put up with some of the people that consume a little too much alcohol and don't want to breathe secondhand smoke. So it was called the Free Zone, and it's now located at the Bringhurst Park area, the Alexandria Youth Sports Complex. During the parade time, there's a private viewing area for the parade in which no alcoholic beverages, no tobacco products of any kind, anything of that nature will be allowed.
You can visit the Alexandria Mardi Gras Association website to learn more about the 2018 Mardi Gras season, events, parades, and more.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home.
Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Well, we've dealt with the snow. Now we're going to deal with the cold overnight tonight. Cloudy conditions. Looking at 26 degrees. It feels like 13 thanks to the wind out of the north at 13 miles per hour. Our dew point around 17. For reference, our record tonight is 16 degrees. We're forecasting somewhere between 12 and 14. So we're probably not going to just break that record. Likely that we shatter our overnight records tonight. Very cold conditions. The good news is that we're not going to have to deal with it for very long. High pressure system now sliding in, and the coldest air coming through the middle part of the country, taking a nosedive right at us. And this is the system, basically cold front stretched all the way across from the northeast down into the south central and across the region. A little nook in that cold front thanks to the Gulf of Mexico, helping to enhance a little bit of the moisture just off to our south. But here locally, dry air is winning the battle as of now, and we're likely done with seeing any kind of snowfall out there. So what to expect tomorrow? Well, mostly sunny, but it's going to be just downright chilly. Not as cold as it was today thanks to the cloud cover, but it's still going to be cold. Temperatures are only going to get around 32 to 34 degrees. Mostly sunny skies, however, will take care of whatever snow is left, with the exception of a couple of shady spots. Then cold conditions continue into our Wednesday, but the best news of all is by the weekend, we're going to have warmer weather and even rain, possibly a thunderstorm in the forecast after starting the week off with snow, and then we end the week probably talking about thunderstorms. There you see it, 7 a.m., 14 degrees, very cold morning. By the noon hour, we'll be flirting with around freezing, and that's where we'll stay throughout the afternoon. We're going with a forecast high around 35 degrees. It'll be a brief stint above freezing tomorrow. Very cold conditions all across the southeast. Our storm system sliding over to the coast and still dealing with wintry weather out there, but here it would remain dry, just going to be cold. The good news is surface map and that jet stream showing a big swing off to the north and a nice pattern flip here. The east going to see a warm up for a week or so, at least for the foreseeable future as far as the models go out, about 10 days. Looks like we're going to stay warm through the end of January, so that's some good news. In the west, well, they'll take it. An active weather pattern for them. They need the snow, and we'll gladly give it to them, right? We're done with it. High pressure in control, and that'll lead to warmer conditions, but also the threat of storms returning by the end of the week. Forecast lows tonight, well, near record temperatures. I say we shatter them. 14 to 12 degrees out there tonight. The winds out of the north around 5 miles per hour. Not warming up much tomorrow. Anywhere from freezing to about 37 degrees. In our extended forecast, see a slow warm up by the weekend, and we'll thankfully be probably stripping down to t-shirts by Saturday and Sunday. That's a look at your weather and your 7-day. Scott?
Well, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Enter today to win a family 4-pack to see the Harlem Globetrotters at the Rapides Parish Coliseum. See the show that has fans on the edge of their seats. Witness basketball artistry and one-of-a-kind family entertainment that thrills fans of all ages. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming January 24th. To enter, just go to KLAXTV.com. Click on the Globetrotter link and enter to win a family 4-pack, courtesy of KLAX TV.
I'm Chris Hansen, and this is Crime Watch Daily. We get bad guys arrested. This is why heroin is such a problem, and you're part of it. You get warrants issued.
I went to meet somebody, and they say that you're underage.
And with your help,
the real perpetrators, they're going to be sitting in prison, and my daughter is going to be free.
You get justice served.
I'm very grateful for Crime Watch Daily.
Airs weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV.